In today's video, you're going to see a whole bunch of beautiful British cars. Hello everybody and welcome to Classic Car Chit Chat. My name is Kevin. We are in this beautiful town of Rockton at the British Flea Market and Car Show here today. It's a gorgeous day in October. The weather is absolutely beautiful. Fall is amongst us, or around us I should say. And as you can see, we are surrounded by some of the most beautiful British cars that you'll see in a long time. So I'm going to walk around, meet some people, and hopefully you get to meet them too. So without further ado, let's hop in, let's go for a drive, and let's check out some beautiful cars. Sir.
Barry.
Hold it properly, Barry. There we go, like on TV. All right, tell me your name.
Barry Preston.
Barry, what is this?
Well, it's originally started life as a 74 MGB convertible.
No.
And now it looks like pretty close to a 59 Ferrari 250 GT short wheelbase.
You built this, Barry? You built this thing?
I built this car, yeah, from scratch.
I love the prancing pony on its side.
Well, that's
But
a little
honestly,
bit of
from a
that is a
distance-
little bit of a joke.
Oh, it's lovely
it's
from a
actually a
distance.
Mustang,
Oh, it is.
course.
I looked at it and said, hang on, that's not the
Yeah.
Ferrari.
I cut the
Wow.
tail and moved the tail.
You're telling me this used to be a 74 MGB.
Yeah, convertible.
So, like the frame is still the same?
The frame is still the original 74 MGB underneath, but the wheelbase is stretched 3.5 inches.
Oh my God. Barry, I'm kind of lost for words because this is an extraordinary car. What
Well,
made
it is-
What made you do this? Like, why?
Well, I guess because I loved the style of this car when I was a teenager, which was a few years ago.
Yes, beautifully said. I know what you mean too. Yes.
But I've built quite a few cars based on the MGB chassis since then. This is actually my 20th car.
And you don't have the original 1.8 liter engine from the MG on this, do you?
I've got, in this car, it's got a Rover 3.5
Not 3.5 liter.
liter
Oh
V8.
my God.
Yeah. And it's got a Rover 5-speed.
Oh, you've got a
And
rocket then.
The brakes are basically Ford Mustang. And the rear axle is Ford Mustang, and the front spindles are Mustang.
Wow. Can we take a look at the engine?
Sure.
Is the release the original MG release in there?
Well, that is, yes, actually. it
Well,
is.
let me get a video of that because that's the only thing I'll recognize. How about that? Because I've got the 73 MG and my Lord. Oh, Barry. Let me come around this.
So it's,
Wow.
so as I said, it's a Rover 3.5 liter V8 with a Holly and a fast road cam.
What I would
And,
do to get a
headers.
Rover engine in my little 73 MG.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And so it fits in there quite nicely.
It does indeed.
And
With
gives-
a bit of room to spare, sort of. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Barry, this is a work of art. It is exceptional, sir. And the hood scoop actually has a purpose too. It does let
Oh
some
yeah,
air in.
that's all That's all as the original would be.
You've done an amazing job.
Yeah. This,
So what's in the back there then? How much space in the trunk? Is there anything
it
that
is-
I'd recognize as an MG back there?
well, it is tight. I mean, the car was built as a touring car,
Right.
but also as a race car.
Okay.
It was designed as a car you could drive to the track, win your category, and drive home.
Right on. Oh, it's
So-
not bad.
Yeah. No, it isn't too bad.
It's not bad at all. This is beautiful. You've really mastered the engineering on this. Seriously,
Well-
Barry. The lines on the car are just gorgeous.
Yeah,
Did you build this?
I did
He did.
Yeah, really?
from scratch.
Really?
Impressive, isn't it? Like, it's just magnificent. Barry, thank you
What's your
so
name,
much,
sir?
sir.
My name is Peter.
Peter, what do you have here, Peter?
This is a 1977 Lotus Esprit S1. One of only 718 cars built for the whole world in 3 years. 76, 77, and 78.
Whoa, Peter. Why only so few?
I don't know. Lotus is a small company, and they only appeal to certain people. Not everyone, wants one of these cars. They're kind of impractical. They're just for fun. And at the
Yes.
end of the day, who has the money to buy a car like this and put it in the garage and drive it once every couple weeks?
So true.
It's
But
a-
Peter, what's the difference between the two body styles? Similar?
The black one is a 1979.
Uh-huh.
It's a newer one.
Okay.
And it's got some upgrades. One notably is the front air scoop.
Yes.
It's fiberglass and it's
Right.
part of the body. Whereas this one over here is metal and it's kind of more like an afterthought. So this one is a 79. It's a little bit more refined.
And the front bonnet looks the same, yes?
The body's
whoa,
the
whoa,
same.
whoa. Leicester City, hang on a second.
Hey.
What are the
3-2
chances?
yesterday.
Oh my God! I should give this guy a hug.
Listen,
Yes.
I bet on Leicester when they
Me
won the
too.
league.
Yeah. Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
How much did you win?
16,500 for a $2.50 bet. And
What? It gets
are you
better?
recording me?
Yeah, I am recording. Hold this now. Oh, sorry. We'll talk about the
done?
Lotus in a
We're
second.
finished?
We're talking Leicester City. Yes. Is he
I got a
there?
question.
I'll be right there, Chris. Thank you.
When Leicester beat Southampton 9-0,
Yes.
I bet on them to win 9-0, and I also bet on Vardy to win a hat trick.
I tell you what.
Put a-
Can you?
I put $1 on,
Uh-huh.
right, and I won 1,800.
Listen, I'll give you $50. Tell me what the next 6 digits for the Lotto 649 are. Thank you.
My name's Stan.
Stan, what do you have here, sir?
69 Cooper S.
And how long have you had it?
I've had it since 2015. The car is unrestored.
All original,
It's, well,
more or less?
it's yeah, more or less. So I
Okay.
had to replace the doors because they were rotten on the bottom. I still have the doors and they've been rebuilt. I just haven't put them on yet.
Is this the original color?
It is. It's called Snowberry
My
White.
gosh. Oh, look at the lamp at the back.
Yeah, that was a common thing back in the 60s and 70s.
What was the intention? Is it like a real fog lamp? But amber?
Mine is set up for a backup light,
Oh, very
So,
sharp. Yes,
yeah.
makes sense.
but then you can back up in the fog as well.
Right on. Yeah.
And I also
Wow.
put the original dealer sticker back on it.
So Gulliver's out of Hamilton.
That's right. The car's never left Hamilton. It's been in Hamilton its whole life.
And this is the S.
It is.
So in terms of the engine on this one then, it's again more or less original? Oh, look at this.
it is.
Look at the
It's all original.
space
It's
here.
1275. It's got twin carbs. The carbs are not original. They're actually a little bit bigger.
Was the battery placement always in the rear on this car?
As far as I know,
Wow.
from 59 to 2000, they were always in the back. It's always a good spot to put the battery.
Yes.
A live power source in between two fuel tanks.
Absolutely, yeah. My MG's got the same little setup, and it's like, yeah, well, you know what? If somebody hits you, you got other things to worry about anyway. So
Yeah. You can look inside.
Oh,
A little bit messy.
that's all right. Is this the original radio?
No, that's out of a Cortina.
Oh my God, it is too.
But it is an AM radio, and
Wow.
it works. I left it in there. This is the way I found it. Like I said, it's an unrestored barn find. It sat from 1983 until 2015.
Oh, it's such a... If you could tell stories, hey?
I know.
Oh, my Lord. Just amazing. Can we take a look at the engine?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay, I'll let you
Yep.
do that. Oh, it's packed in there.
It is very packed in there. So the carbs are a little bit bigger. They're 1.5 inches. Stock was 1.25 inches. And
Wow.
I just did a little custom painting
I
on
see that. Very, very sharp.
It's a tribute to the guy that actually, Thorne is the owner's name, the original owner.
Wow.
And it was a one-owner car when I got it. And it's a little tribute to him because he actually saved this car and kept it in good condition.
And I'm just in awe, actually. I always assumed the radiator would be in the front. But it's actually
That's
the
right.
traverse here. Like,
Yeah.
it's not what I expected, but makes sense. Okay.
Yep.
But no problems keeping it cool in the hot
Nope.
summers or anything?
No, I've never had a problem.
Wow. And it's only 1275 cc's.
Yes. Now there is an oversized rat in it. You'll see a
Yes.
little bulge on the hood. up
To
here.
to allow that. Okay.
And that's just for this extra little bit right here. to
Was
fit in
that
there.
because it was the S version?
No, that was a
That was
modification
standard.
that was done by the
Wow.
original owner.
It is amazing.
So he did race it, the original owner, and he was 3-time Ontario champion.
Yes. All I can picture is the Italian job on this,
Yes,
right? So
absolutely.
fantastic.
Same year of car, I think.
Yeah. No, it's
69.
just Michael Caine doing his thing.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you so much.
My name is Lee.
Lee?
Yep.
And I heard you built this car.
Well, I didn't build it, but I did a lot of rebuilding, had a lot of rebuilding done on it. So when I first got it, wouldn't even run around the block without boiling over. So
Lee, it's amazing. Is this the original color as well?
I believe so. It was red. This car was red
Oh,
before.
it's actually red.
Yeah. But that is an original British racing green car color.
I love the styling of this. The interior was always black.
As far as when I had it was.
Oh my gosh, Lee, it's gorgeous.
This now belongs to Rick.
Rick, and he's shying away from the camera. Rick, come on.
It's not mine anymore.
Rick, you're the man. So Rick, tell me, why buy? Well, obviously, why not? But what made you fall in love with the Triumph?
Well, I was fortunate enough to have a 1960, which this is, in high school in grade 13.
Oh wow,
And I went off to Waterloo Lutheran University in it,
excellent.
but it couldn't be driven in the winter, obviously. So when Lee had this
Why?
one,
Because we're in Canada or something?
and this one was in such fantastic condition
It's a
that
gift to mankind.
I had
It's
to,
just
going back
beautiful.
to my grade 13 year.
Makes you feel young again. Some of the stories you could tell probably in your old Triumph, right?
Yes.
This is amazing.
I think this one runs a lot better than one I had then.
And was yours basically the same body
It's
style?
identical.
Identical.
This is a
yes.
TR3A.
Yeah.
It's identical, other than the color, the British racing green.
What was yours originally?
It was red originally.
Fantastic. Oh,
It's like that one at the end, the same red type of color.
same idea. I noticed on that one there's what do you call the thing that actually, what is the name of that? It's not a door shield panel. What is that thing that
The
goes
side curtains,
side curtain? Is that what it is?
yes, but
Okay.
they make an awful lot of noise. They
I can
clatter
imagine.
around.
Yeah.
So I drove down in the fog and the cold this morning, and
No
it was
kidding.
cool.
Yes.
That's why I have my ski jacket in the back.
No kidding. Oh, it's fantastic.
But they're beautiful cars. They were rally cars.
They were, and a lot of fun to drive around, and
Yes.
as one would say, a babe magnet back in the day. So there you have it.
know how many
I said it
babes I
for
have?
you.
Thanks a lot, by the way. I appreciate
Oh,
it.
my pleasure. It's lovely. It's
Thank you.
absolutely gorgeous.
Lee, take care of yourself, eh?
All right. Thank you, Lee.
Thank
Oh,
you,
it's
by the way,
beautiful.
for doing
Oh, my pleasure completely. I love the wire wheels too.
Thanks a lot.
No, it just checks up all the boxes in the steel.
David,
David, what do you have here, sir?
59 TR3A Triumph,
How long have you had this, David?
25 years.
Good for you. And what made you buy it?
Spur of the moment, it came up for sale, and I fell in love with her.
I don't blame you. Who painted the car?
So I chose the color. Well, I chose the color. It was originally supposed to be Prowler Purple, but my kids decided they didn't like Prowler Purple, so we went with this color.
And what is this called?
This is actually Deep Amethyst Pearl from a 1995 Dodge Neon.
No way, from a Neon of all things.
Yep.
Very purple rainish. It's absolutely lovely. Oh my
Really
God.
pops with the bright work.
Definitely. Oh, it's amazing. Good for you. And where did you find the car? Like locally here?
It's actually, so I got the car in Waterloo, but the car itself has never left Ontario.
Very sharp. What is this little device you got hanging there?
Oh, it's so like everybody else,
Yes.
we don't use maps anymore.
Aha.
So I made myself a cell phone holder.
Look at that.
So
Oh my God. You should bottle this and sell the stuff. Well, not bottle it, but you know what I'm saying, package it.
so I can have Waze.
So it's right in front of you.
Yep.
Ingenious.
Yep.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Mr. Izetta, I should say. You still have the Izetta though?
I do have it.
Okay.
Yeah, I still
What did
have
you
it.
get here?
That's a 1953 MGTD Midget.
Oh my
And it
God.
sat
Could
on-
you possibly get it any more pristine
Well,
than
this car was restored from 1980 to 1990, and it was showed for 2 years, and it was parked on a hoist for 30 years.
My Lord.
And I bought it last September and did a mechanical restoration on it. But the paint is 35 years old.
It's beautiful, Barry.
Yeah.
What else do you need? You want us?
So we're going to dive into this one a little bit more personally very soon.
Back to
I'm
you at the
looking
station.
forward to it.
Mike Murphy.
Mike.
Yeah.
Browns Lane. That's in
Browns Lane.
Coventry, is it not?
Yes, Browns Lane in Coventry, and that was where the old Jag factory used to be. So
My
and
brother-in-law,
it's now closed,
my
but-
brother-in-law worked there, and I'm sure he's going to look at this and
Yes,
sort of reminisce
yes,
about the
yes.
good old days.
And if
he
you'd like
worked
to
on the
buy
Jags.
one like this, Kim is inside. She still sells T-shirts too. Just
Fantastic.
about any car you'd like,
Very
as long
good.
as it's British.
Tell me what you've got here. Tell me about your Jag here, sir.
It's 1962 Jag Mark 10. It was restored a number of years ago, and it's in pretty good shape. Actually, excellent shape. And the car's got an interesting history. It was bought by a singer crooner named Perry Como, and he was the
No,
original
no,
owner.
I know Perry Como.
Yeah,
well,
you
not
know Perry
personally,
Como?
but I know
Well,
of him.
And
Wow.
the original ownership is over in the window if you want to have a look
Perry
at that later
Como.
on.
So how did you get a hold of this?
Well, I bought it a few years ago from a fellow who had restored it in London, Ontario, and the rest, as I say, is history. So I decided actually to put it up for sale. I've just got too many other projects on the go, and
What year did you say it was?
1962, and it's a Mark 10, and my new friends here are actually owners of a very similar car, which is the 420G, which
Okay.
is basically the same car with a little bit more power and a bit more panache.
Wow. Well, congratulations on that too. But this
Yeah.
is extraordinary.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. And a Mark 10.
Mark 10.
How many Marks were there?
Good question. I mean,
Let me just have a quick
I
look
went back to
inside.
Mark 5. I remember that. Before that, they started a different numbering scheme. They used to call the cars SSs. And the SS series didn't go over very well after the Second World War, so they came up with a new numbering. Okay, take
It's
care.
just
Yeah.
beautiful. It's beautiful. So you're parting with her now, is that the
Oh well,
plan?
I mean, if someone's interested in it, yes, it's available if someone's interested. So
I didn't realize how long this car actually
yes,
is.
they were a good size. There's no doubt about that. So,
Oh, she's gorgeous.
yeah.
And again, original color?
I believe it was no. The original color was maroon. It was changed color a number of years ago, and it is a Jag color, but the original color was maroon. So
And this has the automatic transmission and like nothing's been changed mechanically on the car then?
no. I mean, the engine's been rebuilt, but it's the original engine matching.
Hey,
numbers
I did
and
not
things.
realize in the rear tray there's actually mirrors.
Yeah, you can check
So
your
Perry
makeup in
could
the mirror.
yes,
there,
and
you know,
Perry,
and it's just,
Perry can comb his hair.
Yeah.
I wish I could comb my hair, but that's a different story. That's amazing. Thank you so much.
All right, nice
What do you have here, sir?
1961 Jaguar Mark II, as the British call them, Saloon. Not sure where that name came from, but it's a very nice driving little original car. Rebuilt mechanically, but still on the road.
Is this the original color?
It's close to an original color. It's been repainted.
It's gorgeous though. It's got this little softness, gray, white look to it. I don't know.
It's very gray. It's not white. In off light, it shows up the
Yes,
gray.
you're right. Like depending on the shade or the shadow even. But
This is white, right?
yeah, drastically different. Yes. It's gorgeous. How long have you had it then?
I've only had this one for 3 years. It's a 61. This model was built from 59, I believe, till 67, with very few changes. Was famous in Britain for being a favorite of both police forces and bank robbers, so I'm told, because of its speed. It was
Yes.
very quick at the time.
And it's the 3.8 liter
3.8
engine on
liter.
this.
They also came as a 3.4 or a 2.4.
There's just something beautiful about the design of the car. Just the curves and everything.
They got
else.
the aesthetic styling right on this car.
Totally.
It's not a thing I would change.
No, and being a left-hand drive, this was made for the North American
For the
market.
North American market, yes.
Amazing. It's just magnificent.
Because everything, they swapped everything to left, except the hood release is still on the right.
Is that right? So to open the hood, you got to sort of go
You got to go around the other
side.
side of the car to pull the hood open, right?
We'll get your passenger to do it, but
There you go.
wow, it's gorgeous. Thank you.
Scott Embry from
Scott
Windsor, Ontario.
From Windsor, Ontario. Look at this thing.
It's a custom creation, 1972 Austin Mini 1000. It's got
Did you build this, Scott?
100%.
Oh my gosh.
I've had it from high school, and as you can tell, I'm probably in the neighborhood of 50. So, yeah.
Oh wow.
Guts from my old 93 Ford Festiva in it, which is a 1295cc fuel injected with 5-speed gearbox. So now I can ride on the highway with traffic.
Hang on a second, you just said Ford Festiva. That just takes me back a few years.
Remember those
right
little
there.
things back in the day? There was
Oh,
little
my
two-door,
Lord.
people called them crap boxes. Yeah, that's the engine from it.
Wow. This is an amazing little creation of yours.
Thank you. So every winter I always do something, pull something off, change something, adjust something. Now that it's painted, it's more difficult
But
to
hang
do.
on, no windows, no nothing?
I have windows there. I have to put them back in. They're,
Oh, I see,
They're
okay.
a drop-in in this case
Well,
because
you
this
want-
is
you
a
want-
hardtop.
Right.
So I cut this across here.
Uh-huh.
And it strengthened it and made it into a hardtop convertible. if
Right.
you
And who
will.
needs windows anyway, right?
On the way this morning, I needed
You
windows.
did this morning. I'll give you that. Yes. Wow, she's beautiful.
Well,
I
thank
love
you.
the color of this thing. This is so cool.
All mine, I customized it. I took a back half of a car that I owned for a while.
What
and
was the car you had that you
It
kind
was a
of?
1978 Mini.
No
and,
way. Still got the
so
mini curves.
I used the lid inside of here is actually the roof from that car, and then I had this lying around, and I used the rest of it. Yeah.
You've created something really special, and it truly is a mini, right?
There we go.
Wow.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
And quad exhaust pipes. Why not?
Have to.
This is very sharp. And you kept the right-hand drive. You didn't
Yes, indeed.
mucky around with that thing.
Yep. It is I
Very
moved the
nice.
seats back a bunch. I moved the shifter back 10 inches so that I could.
Why, you're a tall guy or something? Or you like 8.5 feet or something? Oh, wow.
So it's been
Now,
very
I got to ask you
customized.
though, that you got the hinge set up back here.
Yes, so
What
underneath
is that? Yeah.
that flips open, and I have all of my dash plaques that I get from all of the things that I go to, all the different events I go to.
Oh,
if they have a
I
dash plaque, I
see.
put double-sided tape on it and then drop the lid again. And when I go to the shows, I put it up about that high. You can see the
You've
dash.
thought this through, haven't you? It's gorgeous.
So yeah.
Wow.
Thank you very much
Scott,
for your
it's
interest, sir.
absolutely beautiful.
Thank you
There
so
you go.
much.
What's your name?
I'm Matt.
Matt. What's a young fella doing with a classic like this? This is amazing.
I got born into it. My dad's had 3 Lotuses. My uncle's had 4, and I think my grandfather had 1. So I kind of followed suit.
Wow. This is an incredible machine. Now, is it original? Like what we see is
It's original paint, original interior for sure, as you can see. So it's pretty sun faded and got the spider cracking.
That actually looks pretty cool.
But it's not too bad. I mean, I didn't even wash it up for today's show, so it's a little dusty and whatnot. But it's definitely a driver.
It's amazing.
Yeah. So,
Wow, I am so impressed, Matt. This is really, really beautiful. So what's the goal? You're gonna keep it like you're gonna paint it back same color?
Yeah, so I'd like to do a body off on it.
Okay.
I'm in the middle of another project now, which is actually a '69 Lotus Europa.
Wow.
And once that car's on the road, I'd like to do a full body off on this. But for the time being, it drives great, so I'm just kind of enjoying it as is.
And so you should.
So,
She's
yeah,
absolutely gorgeous.
Bought it 8 years ago now.
Uh-huh.
It had been sitting in a Quonset hut for 14 years. So when I bought it, kind of brakes, clutch, everything was all seized up. So we rebuilt the engine, rebuilt the braking system, clutch, kind of the whole nine. And just did kind of a mechanical restoration, get it to pass the safety, drive comfortably and reliably. And then I've just been enjoying it for the last 6 years since. And then, yeah, eventually I would like to do a body off on it, but got some other priorities
Beautiful.
first.
Why somebody would leave this thing lying around or sitting around for so long is just
the
wrong.
guy,
But anyhow.
the guy actually bought this car and then came in, inherited some money and decided he either could fix this one up or buy a Series 4.
So
he
did
bought a
that.
Series 4 Esprit, was planning on keeping them both, didn't have enough space, so kind of put this into storage with plans on bringing it out, and then it just sat and it sat and it sat, and then eventually my father's a member of the Lotus Club of Canada, so he
Right.
was talking to him about how he liked his Esprit and said, I really like the look of the earlier ones. And he said, I actually think I have a Series 1 Esprit myself.
Wow.
And my dad said, what do you mean you think you have one? He goes, well, I put it in storage 14 years
And
ago.
I don't remember.
And I've never paid the guy. I've never gone to
Oh,
check up
wow.
on it, so I don't even know if it's still there. So he ended up reaching out, and the guy said, hey, I lost your contact info. I've been trying to get a hold of you for the last 6 years. So I essentially bought the car for what he owed in storage fees.
What a story. That's incredible.
yeah,
Thank you
so-
so
Young
much.
lady,
Tell me your name first.
My name is Wendy Fraley.
Wendy, what do you have here?
A 79 MGB.
And rumor has it, you're the original owner of this car.
It's true. 45 years of Moody Blue and myself.
Wendy, is it all original still, or have you modified it?
Not modified at all. The paint and body was touched up about 25 years ago.
But again, the original would have been the blue as well?
Oh yes, it was always pageant blue.
Wow,
Yes.
Pageant blue. I love the name. What made you buy the MG?
Well, my brothers are Lotus fanatics.
Yes. And your nephew's over
And
there
my
with the other
nephew
Lotus.
is also
yes.
now a Lotus fanatic. But I was actually looking at a Mini Cooper.
Oh, okay.
But then saw an MG and went, yeah, I want
This is
that.
the one. But it's now the luggage rack again. That was out of the factory. This is how.
Yep,
You,
absolutely, yep. The only thing that was added after, because my father wanted me to be safe, was the roll bar.
roll bar. Okay. Yeah. It's lovely.
Even has an original 1980s turtle wax air freshener on the dash.
That's not the original radio.
Everything is original in it. I have
Whoa.
not.
Oh, it's a Citizen at that. How about that?
Oh yeah,
Isn't
no,
that
I have not
something?
changed anything, and I still have, Fleetwood Mac and
Oh yes.
all the good,
Yeah,
all the
rumors.
good tapes.
Yes, I know.
Supertramp.
Oh, breakfast in America, right? So you can't go wrong with that. This is just beautiful. You can tell though over the years how you kind of get a bit of the little the heat and everything else affecting the paint, but
Oh yeah,
it's
and,
just lovely to see something.
but it's my car.
Oh, absolutely. And the fact that you're the only, I'll say, bum in the seat that has driven this car too,
Very true.
it's beautiful. Now, I see your little puppy there is a bit of a co-pilot with you.
Yes.
What's your name, sweetheart?
Her name is Hot Sauce.
Hot Sauce. Okay.
Call her Saucy.
Why? And she's got her own little chair out there
She's got
too.
her own chair.
Oh, that's amazing.
And this morning it was cool.
It was cool.
So I had a little electric blanket that plugs into the cigarette lighter.
No way.
And keep her warm.
Is that such a thing? Is that
Yes.
for dogs? For pets, I should
It's
say?
for people. Oh, I must have put it in the trunk.
Okay. But actually, there's a thing. What a clever idea. Heck, I think I'm going to get one myself.
You know what? This is big enough to cover both of us.
Wow. That is not a bad idea, Wendy.
Covered in dog hair. But
There you go. That's all right.
So there, if you want to drive your MG and it's cold.
Yes, in the winter I could be driving well, not winter maybe, but anyway, while it's getting chilly. But hey, what a clever idea. Oh, she's beautiful, Wendy. Thank you so much. And I love the interior color.
Well, I did redo the interior about 4 years ago.
Okay.
But this is called Autumn Leaves. It's the original colors.
Absolutely beautiful. Yes.
And Saucy.
You're happy about it, Saucy?
Wants to help.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
My
Again,
co-pilot.
why not? Thank you so much.
I was like, I gotta find somebody.
Hi, my name is Mark.
Mark.
I'm from Toronto.
Yes.
And I own this 1996 Land Rover 110 CSW, which stands for County Station Wagon.
Really?
This vehicle was built in Solihull, England, and shipped to Spain, where it lived until 14 years ago, when it was imported into Canada for a friend of the owner of Britannica Restorations.
Wow.
And that gentleman decided he wanted a 90, which is a shorter truck. And this thing sat in his garage for 12 years. And Mike said, finally, give it back. And then Mike has done 50 YouTube videos on the mechanical rejuvenation of this truck.
And what's the YouTube channel called? Do you have
Britannica Restorations.
I will put a link to that. That is amazing. Now, this is a diesel-powered...
This is a 2.5 liter
Yes.
turbo diesel 300 TDI Land Rover engine. It is the last fully mechanical Land Rover Defender. Everything that came afterwards, like this one for example,
Right.
is modern engine computer controlled.
Okay. So how many horsepower would a machine like this have then?
This would have 97 bare horsepower.
Really?
And about 130 foot-pounds of torque.
So it's the torque that really has a lot of that strength on it.
Yes. The diesels make all of their power at the low end.
This is not all original, like the console and all that, is
All original.
it? My lord.
Original interior fabric, original Land Rover floor mats.
Wow. Hey, and you've got cup holders too. Like, what more could a man want?
Well, that part's not original. That's a need lots of cup holders
Yes,
edition.
for sure. This is extraordinary. What were you saying about the roof rack on this thing?
This roof rack is made by, or was made by a company called Brownchurch. It is a galvanized steel rack. This one is 50 years old.
Wow.
And they're strong enough that you could probably hoist this into the air by the rack.
Incredible.
I walk around up there all the time.
What, just to get away from the wife?
Just to get away from the wife,
Yep.
indeed. Yeah.
Oh,
No,
okay.
they're-
Wow. This is a beast of a truck, though, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, she's completely rust-free because she spent her life in the high deserts of Spain, Malaga, places like that.
Yeah,
She's been
so
over to
no
Africa.
rust.
But when it came to Canada, it just sat in the garage.
Okay, so it was looked after, and it's a
Didn't even get driven.
beautiful machine. And now you have it, and you can enjoy her.
Well, it's an accident that I have it.
Ah, okay.
It was destined for someone else, and he had a medical problem and decided not to buy, and I did.
There you go. The stars were aligned that day.
I was fortunate.
Let me cue you up on that one. So, here's the question. Is it reliable? What's your answer?
Well, if you ask a British farmer, he's going to say no. And he'll explain that the last time it rolled off the White Cliffs of Dover, it took a full minute to restart.
They don't make them like they used to, do they? Thank you so much. You should have been a stand-up comedian. No, you're live now. Tell me about this Land Rover.
Yeah, this is a 1970 Series 2A ex-military ambulance built by Marshall Engineering in Cambridge. And once it had the special ambulance and chassis modifications made to it, it was shipped to BADIS, which is the British Army Training Unit in Suffield in Medicine Hat, Alberta. And it spent most of its life there on base, going out on exercises with the British Army, all the armored divisions who were training there. And then after it was decommissioned in around 1989, it sat in a farmer's Quonset hut, I think probably until May of this year.
So this was actually in use?
Yes, yep.
And when you said Cambridge, you mean Cambridge, UK?
Cambridge, UK, yeah. So
Wow.
Land Rover would actually send a knockdown kit, which is basically everything but the body, to this company Marshall, who custom built the ambulance body, and they also made some changes to the chassis to strengthen it up to deal with the additional weight that's high up of the ambulance.
Amazing.
Yep. The back of it, it can carry 4 stretchers or 6 seated patients.
You're not able to open the back, are you? It's a bit tight, isn't it?
Unfortunately, I'd have to move it forward.
No,
to
don't
be able to
worry
do
about
that.
it now. But wow, that's...
But both the doors swing out, and then there's a step that actually folds down.
But the fact that it was operational is pretty cool.
Yeah, so it operated from 71 to 89.
May I look inside?
Sure.
Hang on a second. You got your hands
Yeah,
full
you have to
there.
pull it.
There we
Yep.
go. Well, I love the way that kind of touches the top there. You pay extra for that feature. Wow. Man, this thing could tell you some stories. So what was the platform that it was built on?
It's a standard Land Rover Series 2 109 long wheelbase.
And in terms of the motor or the engine and all that, that would have been the same.
Yeah,
it?
that's it's a stock.
It's supposed to touch.
It's
one.
okay. Yeah, you just slam it
all right,
through,
there
yeah.
you go.
It's a 2.25 liter petrol or gas engine.
It is a gas engine.
It's just,
okay.
yeah.
Unlike that thing, which is the diesel.
That's right. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It does have some modifications to it, mainly to make the maintenance of the vehicle easier to do by the Army maintenance staff in the field. So
Right.
things like being able to fill it up with oil is easier.
Yes.
If you have to do a transmission oil change, most of the time you have to do it from underneath the vehicle, but actually in this one you can do it right from the cab.
And where do you actually fill in the fuel? Where does that? Is that an easy location to access the fuel?
No, there's 2 fuel tanks actually.
there
in this,
is, okay.
And they're both under the front seats.
Under the front seat.
So you have to open the door, you have to take the seat pad out,
Right.
and take a metal panel out, and then they've got a filler cap there. And then
Right. We'll just say that was a safety feature to make sure nobody stole your
That's right.
gasoline, right? So
That's
there you
right,
go.
yeah.
Thank you so much. That's amazing.
Jim Ironside.
Jim, what do you have here? A Prefect?
1949 Ford Prefect.
Wow. How long have you had this, Jim?
Just a couple of months.
Okay, she's lovely. What made you buy her? I mean, why not? But I mean, why the car?
It was my friend's lifetime build, and he had to go to a nursing home.
Oh my.
And he had to part with it, and I was a fortunate one to get it.
My lord. She's lovely. So he converted it into sort of a hot rod?
This was a 4-door.
Right.
It is now a 2-door.
Oh, it was a 4-door. Oh, he's done a magnificent job.
It has
Not a seam in sight.
It has a 9-inch rear end, Detroit locker rear end in it.
Big ass exhaust pipe right there too. So I can see that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, dual exhaust.
Amazing.
It's over 400 horsepower.
The thing is a beast.
Yes.
I think the original Prefect would have been maybe 4 horsepower.
Well,
This
you had
is
a
something
choice.
else.
You had a choice between 8 and 10 horsepower when you bought it new.
Really? That was the truth. Okay, I wasn't far when I said 4. Wow, it's absolutely beautiful. But I like the fact that the old sign is still there.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. Fantastic. Oh, it's just lovely. Oh, the shape is so magnificent, isn't it? Thank you.
It has a tilt front end. When you remove the running boards, then you can tilt the whole front end.
No way to access all the mechanics easily.
Yeah.
Very sharp. Thank you.
Oh, no, I can hold Obi.
No, he's a good-looking fella. I meant the dog. Tell me your name first.
Sean.
Sean, what do you have here, Sean?
It's a 66 Series 1 E-Type. Roadster, as you can see.
You do know it's the most beautiful car on earth.
That's what people say, yes.
And you wonder why. Like, it's absolutely beautiful.
Well, it's the perfect lines, right?
Is this something you always wanted?
Yeah, I've wanted one of these for 40 years, since I was a teenager. And
Well, you're supposed to say since you were 3 years old.
Well, since I was 15, and I have models of these things, and then I finally just bit the bullet last spring and found one, and it sort of ticked all the boxes, and here we go.
My gosh.
Yeah, it's my favorite, the 4.2 E-types.
In the perfect color. This is magnificent. Who actually made or built the car? Do you know? Was a previous owner
It came in through New York.
Okay.
The car was in California until the late 90s.
Okay.
So it's truly
no
is,
rust,
there is
right?
no rust. And I had that verified by some E-type friends that I know who were able to help look at it before I purchased it.
And this is the V12?
No, this is the straight 6.
The straight
The
6.
4.26.
Wow.
The 12s didn't come in until the Series 3s.
I see, okay.
Right? And this is actually the original color. So it wasn't repainted red.
No way. This is the original color?
Carmine red is what they call it.
Oh my gosh. Magnificent. Oh, it's lovely.
And
Thank you so
can-
much.
No problem.
You are the envy of the show. Russ, talk to me. So you have...
build hydraulic shock absorbers for the English cars. This is an example of one here that's been cut apart, right? And as you go over a bump, the pistons go back and forth, pushing the oil over the valve and into the opposite cylinder. And so eventually over time they start to leak and they have to be disassembled and new seals put in them.
Wow. Well, thank you for the little lesson, but how'd you get into this business?
Because I bought a car and they leaked and I couldn't get a safety check for it. So I had to fix my own. And
Good
my
for
friends
you.
said, well, will you do mine? And then they talked to their friends
And that's how it
just
started.
exploded.
Excellent. Thank you so much,
Tell
Russ. Tell me about the stuff that you do. So you are carving away like a madman here. These are beautiful.
Well, thank you. Yeah, so well, being a British car show, I've got a few British cars that I did specifically. Those are my latest, these Mark II Jaguars. And then, of course, the E-Type. And then these are all my minis. And then Bedford vans and Triumphs.
And you have a TR7 then?
And then TR7s, I got 4 of them.
Do you have an MGB Roadster, Tim?
No.
Why
you're
not
the
is the question.
I know. You're right.
Wow.
I've had a couple people ask me for MGs of various types. So,
Yes.
I mean, it's always a crapshoot trying to figure out
What people want.
What people want.
For sure. MGB Roadster 73, okay?
Okay.
Now you know. Thank you. Oh, hang on a second. Is this like a family business?
No. I belong to a wood carving guild.
Oh,
So This
okay.
lady, Joanne Coleman.
Here, hold this. She does like all sorts?
Her expertise is animals. So she just carved a bunch of these dogs, and there's another dog and then a fox. But she does horses. She does, deer and moose and all kinds of things.
amazing.
Oh yeah, she's very talented.
Excellent. Okay, thank you, Tim.
My name's Tony Thomas.
Tony, tell me about your club.
The British Sports Car Club of Hamilton is a 44-year-old incorporated organization. We are a not-for-profit, non-charity. We have approximately 100 members. We meet every first Tuesday of every month. We do a driving event per month, 9 months of the year. We have social events as well. Our membership has a number of cars, probably 400 cars in the fleet, and they all turn up as needed for the events.
That's amazing. Wonderful. Thank you. Go ahead.
Yes,
Tell me
good
about
morning.
the
Good
Niagara
morning.
British Car Club.
Niagara British Car Club. We are basically a car club that has a lot of activities. We've had about 35 activities this year. We go on drives, we go to car shows, we go on exhibit at retirement centers to give the retirement clients a bit of a boost. We have a Christmas party, we have other parties during the year. We have a Cars and Coffee get-together at the local Tim Hortons.
every Wednesday morning at 10 o'clock, and we fill up the parking lot with British cars. We have a wonderful time. Guys all come out and talk about their cars. The ladies come
David,
out too.
you've done this before. Tell me about Collector Car Canada.
Kevin, fancy seeing you
Yeah,
here
what are the
where,
chances?
where the fun cars are
No
collected.
kidding. And who's this good-looking fella? Oh, I was going to say, who's this good-looking
They
fella in
didn't
the
put
video?
me in the slides, did they? I
They
sure hope
did
not.
indeed.
Collector Car Canada, an online collector car auction platform in Canadian dollars, and sometimes we even sell them at buy it now prices. Just yesterday we sold a Porsche. Last week we sold our most valuable car yet, a 1995 special 911 for $130,000. But we don't always play in that territory.
Okay.
We sell lots of cars in the $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 range as well.
Wow, good for you, David. And again, thank you for what you do.
Oh, likewise, Kevin. I think you are a booster for the habit. I confess, my boosting of the hobby, there's some profit in mine. I know you get lots of views, and YouTube probably sends you a check for $20 every couple of years.
By $1.95.
$1.95 every few months.
Yeah, there you go.
So you're just as much at the grassroots level. So we appreciate that too.
Oh, my pleasure. Tell me your name,
Great
sir,
to see you
first.
today.
Glenn.
Glenn? Okay, this caught my eye. So what is special about this?
Okay, it was reissued by Matchbox to replace the original number 19, which is coincident with the number on the box. They reproduced it in green in a limited number, and they also reproduced the box, and that's what's in the package.
The original boxes would have been this yellow color?
Exactly. That is an exact copy of the original box.
Glenn, here's a question. Is there any relationship between Matchbox and Hot Wheels?
No.
Two totally independent companies.
Two totally
Matchbox
different.
was British.
To my knowledge, they're totally different.
How about
Hot
that?
Wheels was an American-based company.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Let's start that again.
He's putting me on the spot. Look,
She's
I'm
going to talk about the business.
I'm going red already.
She'll be fine.
I'm not.
Tell her she'll be fine. Okay. There you go. Nothing wrong with that. Tell me your name.
It's Kelly.
Kelly, why are you so red?
Because you put me on the spot.
I did indeed. Tell me
I'm
about
not good
your
in public situations.
Tell me about your business. What do you do?
We sell British car parts.
And how'd you get into this? Oh, so now you're pointing back at him. Good for you.
I got together with a car guy.
Excellent. And you serve all of Canada, US, like globally?
Anywhere.
Awesome. That is, and how long's the business been around?
Oh, I think about 6 years now.
Okay.
But
Thank you so much. I appreciate
no
it.
problem.
All right, thanks. It wasn't so bad. Thank you. on this one. Name, sir?
My name is John.
John.
Yeah.
How long you had this?
Since day one, since brand new. So would it be spring of 2009?
Good for you.
Yeah, spring of 2009. Yeah, because it was a last of the carbureted bikes that they had at Sturgis Cycle in Hamilton. And so I got a little bit of a bargain, which made me happy.
Good for you. Good for you.
Yeah, so it's been basically an original bike.
Always a passion for British bikes?
Always a passion for British bikes, yeah.
Did you have the Nortons and the BSAs?
I do have a Norton Commando.
Nice.
And I have a BSA Twin.
Very cool.
And I've got a couple of other things in bits and pieces as well. So
excellent.
Yeah.
No, she's beautiful. Thank you so
thank
much.
you.
I love the color combination.
Very nice
too.
to meet you.
You too.
Have a wonderful day.
Hey, hang on. You just caught my eye. I'm going to give you the microphone. Hold on to this. Tell me about your little handmade sign here that you must have paid a lot to purchase.
No.
Tell me your name, sir.
My name's John Newton. I'm from London.
London, Ontario.
Yep.
Okay, John. What's with the little sign
We're looking
here?
for a right-hand drive British
Uh-huh.
car of some sort.
So you made a sign.
Yeah.
Okay. Any luck so far?
No, I've talked to a lot of people, but haven't got any leads yet. But
no, it'll happen.
Yeah, for sure.
Hang in there. You're spoiled for choice, especially when
There
you
you
got
go.
beauties like this around you.
Exactly.
So, thank you so much.